Hey everybody, I made a video about the Summer Wells case, forgetting that I had new subs. Hi new subs, welcome. And I probably sounded like a rambling idiot because you might not have a clue what I'm talking about. So let me just break it down. Let's break down the basics again if anybody needs a refresher. When I talk about people's life lessons, that's your birth date, month, day, year. When I talk about a soul number, those are the vowels in your name. When I talk about how you express or your outer personality, those are your consonants. And then when I talk about your path of destiny or your destiny, that's the soul number combined with the outer personality. So when I start rattling off numbers like they're a blah, 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 and you start to hear crickets because you're like, what the fuck is she talking about? That's what I mean, okay? And you can go to one of my oldest videos, probably one of the very first ones that will go over determining what your life lesson number is. And I had really bad mono then, so hopefully it makes sense. It might not, I don't know. I never listened to those things. I mean, that was a long time ago. So breaking it down, that's what's going on here. So now I'll probably piece together bits of that video that I already shot because it might have just been a big hot fucking mess. Okay, so stay tuned, here we go. Hey everybody, happy 4th of July. This is I've Got Your Number and I'm Tracy Vertucci. Today we're going to talk about the Summer Wells case. This one's really confusing to me. I didn't know much about it, so I started with the interview that the parents gave outside. And then I saw snippets of Don's interviews that he did. And a couple of things hit me as really weird. First of all, when he immediately turns to religion, that, you know, I believe in the resurrection, this and that, it's like, okay, what does that have to do with where your daughter is? And then the second thing, the story doesn't add up. So whether this was negligence, she wasn't being watched, whatever. I didn't like that Dawn threw it off on the kids, like they were on the internet as usual. And that place is so out in the middle of nowhere. Do they even get an internet signal? And then she said that the boys were watching TV. She said she was gone for 2 minutes. She wasn't gone for 2 minutes. Maybe there's a little truth in every lie. 2 minutes, 2 hours, maybe. But it wasn't any 2 minutes. And when they repeat the story and one of the little kids just kind of keeps his head down, he knows that it's not the truth. That's what I get from that. So I ran some numbers here. Summer is a life lesson. She's a 24, which is a 6. That's your Queen of Wands energy. She needs people. She needs support. She needs structure. She needs that happy family. Okay, that's all about her. All even numbers, 24, which is a 6. Her soul number is a 29, which is an 11. So that's one of your more metaphysical type personalities, more insecure at this age, at this stage. Her outer personality is a 49. That's your 9 of Cups. Once again, she needs that structure. She needs that stability. She needs a home, a secure home. And then her path of destiny is a 78, which breaks down to a 15 of the devil. But the 78 is actually the 10 of Pentacles. But if I take the 7 and the 8, and I add that together, I get a 15, which then breaks down to a 6. So it just depends on how you process it. Now, if we look at Candus, Candus is a 28 life lesson, which means that makes her a 1. Her soul number is a 22, which is a 4. Okay, outer personality is a 28 as well. So what she came here to learn is the same way as she expresses. And then her path of destiny is a 50, 10 of Cups. It's a 5. It's a solid 5. Freedom is important. Now let's look at Donald. Donald is a 22 soul as well. Now here's my issue with 22s. If anything that breaks down to a 4 is because they get frustrated with having to follow steps and follow patterns, they'll sometimes escape through drugs or alcohol or something to that. Hey, dogs. Hi. I knew. So as long as they're not escaping, but I think that that's what happened here. Okay. His outer personality is 44, which is an 8, very karmic. And then his path of destiny is a 66, which is a 3. So it's all double numbers. That's a lot of intense energy that comes from this person. So when I add them all together, let's just look at Dawn. Let's just look at Dawn and Candus. If I get their life lessons together, I get a 73. That's it's a 1. It's 5 of Pentacles energy, being left out in the cold, not knowing where the money's coming from, left out in the cold with love, finances, emotionally left out in the cold. Their souls create a 44, 8, because they're both 22 souls. That's super, super karmic. So there's a lot of power struggles, a lot of fiery energy that goes between the two of them. Their outer personalities create a 72, which is the 4 of Pentacles. That to me says that they don't walk away from each other because they're not sure that they want to put something down in order to pick up something new. And then their paths of destiny also, they equals this 116, which is an 8, also very karmic. So their destinies and their souls are very, very karmic. They need to learn the lesson and move away from each other because this isn't something that was meant to last. Now, if I look at Summer and her mother, their life lessons create a 52, which is the Queen of Swords. So that's a jealous female. That's not the nicest relationship I like to see. Their outer personality, or their souls create a 51, which is the King of Swords. The 6, also not the nicest personality. Their outer personalities create a 77. That's a double 7 energy. You got your 9 of Pentacles. Their one person wants to go do their thing and the other one wants to do their thing, and that's where they would struggle in that situation. And then the two of them together create a 128, which equals 11, which is justice. So it'll be interesting to see how that justice plays out. Okay. And let's look at Summer and Dawn. Their life lessons create a 74, which is a 6 of Pentacles. It's an 11 energy. Their souls create a 51, just like with her mother, that King of Swords energy. Outer personality create a Hangman, 93. Their destinies create a 144, which is a 9 of the Hermit. I'm having a really hard time with this. Okay, I'm having a really hard time with this. Say she did go out the door and get into a car with somebody. Now, if you saw the video of her at church where she was, climbing up on the girl that was singing and just couldn't get close enough to her and just really needed that attention. If she's not getting that attention, she could look for that elsewhere. But the whole mom was away for 2 minutes, that's a lie. That's bullshit. That's not true. So she's trying to cover her ass, and that's not true. There's no way. Because it wouldn't work out with the timeline. The kid's not just going to disappear in 2 minutes. You're going to be able to find her. You're going to be able to trace her steps. So it wasn't the way that it was said. Whether this is what happened, I don't know. I did 2 readings on this, and I don't like to read cards, but I did it 2 readings, and I was really, really focused, and both readings came out the same with the same cards, which is weird because I shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. And the way that I do my readings, I don't like cut in 3 piles and then grab a pile and just read from that pile. I cut as I go. So yeah, it was really strange for me to get the same cards twice. So we'll take a look at those similarities because this one is really confusing me. Okay. So I just realized that with all my incoherent babbling, I forgot to do the most important part of this reading. Okay, so we're going to look at personal year, personal day, personal month. All right. So Candus, she is in a 31 personal year, which is the 5 of Wands. So it's interesting that came up in my reading. Her month is a 36-9, which is an ending month. 10 of Wands. So we've got 5 of Wands, a 10 of Wands, and then her personal day. And I'm looking at 2 different days here. I'm looking at the 14th. She was in a 50, which is her path of destiny. So if she had anything to do with this, she just fulfilled her path of destiny. And what is so 5s are about freedom, discipline, being able to come and go as you please, being change. But what's the opposite of that? No more freedom. Okay, so, and then on the 15th, she's in a 51, which is a 6, which is your King of Swords energy, which I keep having come up. So, all right, now let's look at Donald. Donald is a 45-9 life lesson. So he's 5 of Cups life lesson. His personal year is a 47-11, which is more, that's my life lesson number, 47. We have to be careful to stay grounded and get our work done and not space out and go off and do other shit. Not check out through drugs or alcohol or do anything like that. Yeah, try to stay grounded. Okay, his month is a 53, which is that Knight of Swords. That's an 8-month karma, karma, karma. Something catapults into or out of his life with a quickness. All right, on the 14th, he's in a 67, which is a 13-4. That's your Knight of Pentacles energy. Can be a young male. All right, then on the 15th, he's in a 68-5, which is your Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm not too sure on him. Let's look at Summer. Summer, her life lesson is a 24, which is a 6. Her personal year is a 29-11. Well, that's her soul number. So in her personal year, she's fulfilling her soul's purpose. And here's what, well, I'll tell you this afterwards. Okay. Her month is a 35, which is an 8. That's that 9 of Wands card that I kept showing you. That's at 35-8. Karmic, super, super karmic. And then on her day, she's in a 49, which is how, on the 14th, which is how she expresses, breaks down to a 13-4, which is your death number. 49 goes from 9 of Cups into death. I just got a hit on that. And then on the 15th, she's in a 50, which is her mother's path of destiny. So all things are pointing to the mom. I'm not saying that the mom did it. It's just that that's where all my correlations are. My correlations are not with dad. Doesn't mean he didn't have anything to do with it. But the mom and daughter energy is very intertwined here. Okay? And here's my thought. And this is going to sound wacky, but hear me out. If you believe in reincarnation, what if this was Rose who came back through Summer to repeat this again, giving Candus an opportunity to make the right choice or do the right thing? And it's super karmic as to how that plays out. It's almost like, when you hear like someone was given 2 chances. So 2 chances for this family to do the right thing. And yet instead somebody else goes missing. And, Summer was born way after Rose's lifetime. So something to think about. Okay. So hopefully that makes more sense because I'm like, what the hell is missing from this reading? And then I realized that, basically everything I do was missing from the reading. So there you go. All right. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, sorry, I had some running around to do. I'm back. The reason why I'm so confused is because I'm trying really hard not to blame the parents here. And I can't, okay? I'm trying really hard not to. But they're creepy as fuck. Anyway, sorry, I know she doesn't want to be on social media because she doesn't want people to criticize her, but goddamn. Anyway. So what was the part in this video where she said, my boys wake up crying? What about your daughter? Where's your daughter? Where's your daughter? Where's your daughter? I mean, I just can't. It's like, that's the only time I even saw her show emotion was when she was crying over the boys. She clearly favors these boys. I don't know. That's just the way I see it. Because I was Facebook stalking her and I was looking at her pictures with her boys and then she's grinning from ear to ear. But when she takes pictures with Summer, it's like, Anyway, I don't know. And yeah, I'm being very judgmental because I can. Because anytime I'm not being judgmental, I get blocked and I don't know what the fuck's going on. And so it'll be interesting to see who folds first as far as the story goes, because this wasn't a child that disappeared after someone was gone for 2 minutes. That just didn't fucking happen. And I keep getting the same cards over and over again, and I keep getting I get judgment a lot. Lots of this. So I got that twice. I got 3 of Cups twice, which leads me to believe that someone was partying an awful lot too. I'm getting 10 of Wands twice. There's a train coming. But here's what I got that was really interesting in my reading, is that I got as the basis of the reading was this, the Hierophant. Now why? Okay, so that leads me to believe that this church is involved. Got 6 of Cups a couple times, but I also kept getting the High Priestess. So either somebody, I don't know if they're afraid of what's going to come out if somebody actually starts to dive into the energies there, but this just keeps coming up. Like somebody's going to find something hidden beneath the surface and it's going to come up and crack this case. That's what I feel like is going to happen. I get Temperance. Got Temperance twice, and I got Death as the outcome on one of my readings. Now, the other one I get a bunch is I've been getting the Queen of Wands a lot, which that is Summer's card. That would be her number, but that's not her description. So I get Knight of Swords a lot, 9 of Wands a lot, 3 of Swords. These are the ones I got in both readings. So, and then this time I pulled up the Devil. So I'm not sure, but those are the ones I just kept getting the same reading. And I mean, here's the way I read. I read as I'll shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And then what I do is I let the cards cut wherever they want to cut. So they'll cut there. Then I put my whole deck back together. And then I do it again. And I keep going. And it'll cut in a different spot every time. And that's how I know that it's not because I'm, putting all my cards back together and cutting in the same spot and pulling the same cards. It wasn't like that. In my first reading, though, what I got as the basis was the 5 of Wands, which leads me to believe the first thing that popped in my head was there's a lot of competition in the house. So there's a lot of people struggling for attention or competition or competing for love or, just attention, I think. Or it's a competition between mom and daughter, which is super creepy. Okay, I don't like that. So I know this is like kind of scattered all over the place, but as I told you, I'm having a hard time with this. Dad's got a rap sheet that's pretty significant as far as he's got assault and battery, he's got theft, he's got a few different things going on there. His son is a pedophile, or so they say. And his name is the same as his father's name, so they have all the same numbers as well. Oh man, I'm just kind of fucked up over this. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. I got more information on Rose, on Candus's sister Rose, than I did on Summer, which is really interesting. So find Rose, find Summer, find Rose, maybe. So we'll have to unpack that as well. I just don't know, kids. I'm going to keep taking a look at this, and I'm going to see if this makes any sense before I decide if I'm going to post it. All right, talk to you soon. Okay, I thought I was done, but I'm not. I went back to listen to that second part that I did, and I can hear somebody screaming. It sounds like a little girl screaming. And let me show you my surroundings. There's nobody around here right now. So let's see if I can flip my camera here. No. Here's the dogs, and they don't scream. There's nobody here. No little kids. Hi, guys. What are you doing? What are you doing? Say hi. Say hi. No, there's nobody here. And I heard somebody screaming. I went back and listened to it again. So that makes my heart sink even more. Well, hopefully some of that made sense. I was in varying degrees of makeup wear, as you can see. Look at this guy. Passed out. Passed out, yeah. Anyways, hopefully we can make some sense. Let me know if you have questions. I do personal readings. Hit me up. I did see somebody made a fake account of me on Instagram, which I rarely use my Instagram, so it was kind of stupid. But anyways, talk to you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That way we can go live and actually talk some real shit. Okay? Okay, bye.